Welcome back to this old van.
Step back to the step this way. No, that's too far. You're in its shadow, see?
No,
okay, there you go.
I didn't want to be in the sun.
Well, nobody can see your pretty face.
So today, as you see the cabinets that we finished here,
It's another windy day also.
but it's nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to work on this cabinet. Ta-da!
The bane of my existence in this project.
Yeah, so hopefully at the end of this session, we'll have this closed off all the way down. And have some
Cabinets. Those are going to be cabinets.
cabinet doors on there.
Well, and, shelves for the cabinets.
So let's get started.
Let's do it.
Oh, here's all about me.
Yeah. You are the star.
I'm the man on the big screen. I might sound like I have a cold, but I don't.
It's allergies.
Damn pollen is killing me.
Already this
Ever
year.
since I hit like 30, it's hit or miss. One year, don't bother me. Next year, don't bother me. And all of a sudden, it just, bam, it's horrible. This year's one of them horrible years because
and it hadn't really even started yet.
in mid-February, it was like 80 degrees. Everything bloomed.
Yep.
And now it's really blooming.
Yep. So
That's where I'm at with Mother Nature right now. Not liking her.
I'm fine.
But let's move on.
Challenge for me is going to be, would you stop? The challenge for me is going to be getting the right angle because I can't get up. If I get up in there, I'm in his way.
Yeah.
So.
If you don't get up in here, you're still in the way.
I've been in your way for 30-something years.
You don't even know how long. So, basically you probably shoot right through here. So, as typical.
There we go.
What happens is you do something and your wife's like, I don't like that. So then you got to redo it.
It wasn't that I didn't like it. It was not practical.
She didn't like that this went all the way to the bed. So I had to cut
Because
it
why,
off.
Tommy?
Because she just didn't like it.
No, it wore a hole in my sheets. And unless you want to buy me new sheets, you got to fix that.
And then, so now I've cut that off. Now I'm just got to reinforce it this way to where we don't have that.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be putting some bracing back like so. Got it?
Got it.
Understand? Comprende?
I think so.
Just like that. And then I'll run a vertical one here to something for it to screw to. And then that'll be nice and sturdy. And then we're going to have drawers.
No, all this is going to be cabinets.
I mean cabinets.
I don't know why you're having such a hard time.
I just wanted to say drawers. So these are going to be pull down, flip open cabinets. We don't even know which way we're going to do these. The bottom one, I think, I'd like to have it going down to the floor that way I can reach in.
That's where your batteries are going to be, right?
No, batteries are back here in the back.
Oh, okay.
But this is going to be where all this crap. We hadn't decided yet which panel that we want. This is temporary, as we've said 1,000 times. This was temporary. So we don't know where we want to put all of our switches and stuff, whether we want to put them on this end.
I'm kind of a fan on that end.
That way, but you'd have to come all the way in to turn on the light. Which I don't think all the way in is what, 4 foot?
Yeah.
It's like you got to walk through a haunted hallway to get there. So I think that will be probably better, especially in something like this. We could have our solar charger, our light switch, and our converter from our DC to DC charger. We can have them all in this panel here, and then we can just use this for like little storage.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what we'll do.
Yep. Sounds good.
So that's where I'm at. I'm just going to start bracing this off, getting it ready to where it's not floppy. And then we'll be good to go.
Okay. Do it to it, Ashley Pruitt.
If it sounds like I've been doing cocaine, I haven't. That's just pollen. Pollen and me just sometimes just don't like each other. But it's good for the honeybees.
It is.
Save the bees. All right, let's get to it.
All right.
figure out what I need here. Which I'm thinking I figured it out. So let's just see if I figured it out.
Well, then you'll have to share how you figured it out.
Well, no, not really, because all I'm doing is making this end cap, but I also need to have this to kind of match this curvature, which this did perfectly.
Right, yes.
Because I'm an expert. I mean, I've watched a lot of Bob Vila, and I know what I'm doing. But this curvature matches this curvature.
Perfectly.
So what I'm thinking about doing is putting this end cap on here, and then taking the same face cabinet material, that 1/4-inch plywood, and capping this in.
Because it's flexible.
Because it's flexible.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm just putting the kickers back for the shelving boards.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's all I'm doing. So I think this is going to be not too terrible.
I don't think it'll be terrible at all.
I don't think it'll be too terrible.
So you gonna wait for a reveal?
We could do that. That way you're not sitting here watching me struggle. And then I'll show you what it looks like now.
All right.
This big old camper we got here. So this is what it looks like now. I'm putting the kickers back right there. And I'm going to finish it up by putting the board down for the actual shell. So when I get done, you can come see it.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
We're under the gun. Somebody waited to the last damn minute to do stuff.
Who's that somebody?
And then somebody else can't stay off of Facebook Marketplace. Now we gotta go pick something else up. At 1 o'clock. I've been working on things all weekend.
And hadn't got really anything done. Also had to go get some more hinges.
Yeah, I needed 2 more sets. What did I say, 6 3/4?
I don't know, I wasn't listening. Them calves.
Pump them up first. It's a big ass drawer.
It is a big drawer.
What are we gonna put in there?
Well,
Shoes?
one of them's gonna be dish rags, and the other one's gonna be silverware. But
Let's take some sandpaper to get this
yeah,
edge. But I know we're gonna put that
contact paper down.
whatever that is. But then your hinges. Look at there. Almost damn professional. Not knowing how to build cabinets.
Well, like you said, they're primitive. I mean, these aren't, Amish made.
No, I'm not Amish. At all.
But they will work.
These are Cherokee made.
That's right. That's true. Cherokee Blackfoot.
I could have whittled it out of wood.
Oh, my God. Too far.
You got your whittler with you? Mind if I whittle wood with you? A Facebook Marketplace run, so only got one built, so it's taken away from my productivity. So when I'm not done, you know who to blame.
You for not doing it earlier?
No, don't work that way.
Instead of taking naps?
You watch yourself. One of my braces in the back of the cabinet gets the drawers.
Okay. modifications.
Yeah, let me grab my drill. Alright, I'm gonna take a look real quick.
Yep. Nice. Love.
There's one. Pull it out and get everything you need out of there. We'll put a cover, face cover on it like this. With a knob, a knob.
Knob, one of these knobs.
So then, this one's gonna go there. Like so.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, this is about as fun as I thought it was gonna be.
Do what we gotta. Work with what we got. There's our dogs barking like, you know, we're strangers standing out here in the yard.
Let's see.
Look at that. I told you. Say I was right, Tommy.
You ain't right.
Say I was right.
You ain't right. You know you ain't right.
I am right.
Now.
Now you can't get it out.
Oh, no, I get it back now. So now, let's see here. See, I left a little room this time because I knew I had to bring it up.
What?
I said, if this works the first time, I want a damn raise.
A raise? Hell, I ain't had a raise in years.
All right, so that is, let's just measure, 6 1/8. And I want that to split the difference. Let's see.
Sorry if this is shaky, y'all. I'm literally laying into the van.
I'm gonna try 5 7/8.
All right. I mean, that means nothing to me, but okay. Do you, boo? Here, now I can get you. Now I'm on the steps.
The problem that I have is these screws that they send aren't very forgiving. They're wobbly.
All right, we'll be back when he gets the tracks on. Y'all, ordered my backsplash a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, this shit was supposed to be here by now. And
It was supposed to be here, but it's literally been sitting in pre-transit since April 22nd. So I messaged the seller. They haven't responded. I'm behind you, so. Those are almost done, y'all. Look. Good job, Tommy. That's freaking awesome, dude. Good job. I like that they come all the way out.
yeah, I want it to have the full extension because I hate a drawer that's like that. You got all that in the back, so they pull all the way out. So the support for the countertops are 2x2, which y'all probably already know it's this stuff here. So I had the notch out the back to where it hits and clears that.
Nice.
And then, if you made it this far in the video and you don't know what the hell this is, it's the wheel back there.
You want to take the phone show? If you've been following since the beginning, you've seen it.
So there's the wheel. So this notch out goes around it.
Nice.
There's 2 of our knobs we got on.
Yeah. There's one. I brought the other ones out.
That's going to be a drain for a sink. That's not going to be our bucket. That's just a good place for a bucket right now. But it will be a test bucket for tomorrow whenever I form all that up to make sure
Don't move the phone around too much.
that don't leak. Which it's got a, can you push the push button stopper now? See, it's got a push button stopper in it. So, all right.
All right, you done for the day?
All right, boys and girls. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be? I don't like neighbors.